Well, all I can say is, wow, what a what a awesome pay-per-view, I have to say. And normally, I don't say or give pay-per-views that bill of judgment or whatever, but tonight really wowed me. I'm gonna go match to match, and then I'm going to give a few different afterthoughts, and that'll be my review for No Mercy tonight. First match was before the pay-per-view ended. I thought this was it, but the first match was WWE Title match number 1. Triple H versus Randy Orton. Randy Orton is the champion in this match. At first it kind of started off kind of mesh, like nah, but it picked up, and it was a solid opener. I wouldn't say solid, but it was a decent solid, whatever you want to call it, opener. I would give it maybe 2 stars, give or take. Maybe 2 stars, give or take. Next match was a special added bonus match, a 6-man tag team match. It was Jeff Hardy and the Hooligans, aka London and Kendrick, versus Mr. Kennedy and Caden Murdoch. And I must say this, I enjoyed this match really much. I really enjoyed it. It was a fast-paced, back-and-forth action, some hot tags, some cool spots, and it was just a entertaining match all around. So I would probably give it 2.5, 2 3/4 stars. I think it was that pretty good. 2.5, 2, 3, 4, maybe 3. Between 2 and 3 stars, I would believe. I have to watch it again to give a full thing on that, but I did enjoy it. Match number 3 was the ECW title match. No rating, it was a dud, but it's exactly what I expected, and I'm just glad that CM Punk retained. So I'll give it a half a star for that, for Punk retaining. But that's pretty much what I expected, so don't need to go any further than that. The next match was Triple H versus Umaga in the WWE title match number 2. This was a solid match. I'm glad it wasn't a squash match, and it pretty much lived up to my expectations in my No Mercy preview thought video, and I enjoyed this match. It was a solid match. I'd give it probably I'd give it a fairly solid 3 stars. I thought it was that good. Next match was Rey Mysterio versus Finlay. Even though it ended in a no contest, swerve-ish ending, I thought the match was pretty good, and I liked the swerve ending, to be honest. I really did like the swerve ending, and I hope for one that this continues, because Rey and Finlay have good chemistry, it seems, and they put on a good match. So yeah, even with the swerve ending and the no contest ruling, I think I'm gonna give this also a 3 stars. It was that entertaining, that good. Next match, Candice Michelle versus Beth Phoenix, and it lived up to my expectation. It was actually fairly decent women's title match. Candice has shown she is continuing to improve, and Beth Phoenix, she helped Candice through that match, and I'm glad Beth won. So yeah, I thought it was a good match. Or not a good match, you mean. I mean, it was a decent, fairly solidly decent match considering who was in it. I'd give it 1 3/4 stars. It was decent. Next match was the Punjabi prison match between Batista and Khali. Like I said, it was Taker and Big Show was a fairly decent match for it being the first one, and I didn't know if this one could top it or be just as good, and I admit it was just as good, if not a tad better. Batista and Khali, that was I loved watching the match. It wasn't great by any means, but for what it's worth, it did deliver. It was pretty much a fairly decent, solid match. So I think I'm gonna give it a 2.5 stars, maybe 2 3/4 stars match. It was a solidly decent, okay match for what it's worth. The next and final match, the WWE Title match number 3, and it was a last man standing match. Match of the year candidate. That's all I can say about that. It was a solid match, really good match. It wasn't perfect, but it was almost close to. It was a really good match. A really strongly good match. I love the back and forth, the near falls, or near countouts I should say, in this match. Orton winning was great. I liked it. It was a great way to cap off the night. So I give this match 4.5. I say 4.5 stars for this match. I felt that's how good it was, with all the near countouts, the spots, just everything, the psychology of the match. It was just a really good match. So I'm gonna give it a 4.5 stars for that match. My afterthoughts of the pay-per-view: overall, it was a solidly good pay-per-view, well booked, especially the WWE title situation. It was pure brilliance in booking tonight, in my opinion, of the WWE title. And considering they had nothing after Cena got injured, I'm impressed, and they deserve credit where credit is due for the booking tonight. And there's no room for bashing. There's no reason why anybody should bash it, because it was pure brilliance. It was kind of like a late 90s swerve'ish type booking for the WWE title situation, and I enjoyed it. I really did. The MVP Matt Hardy Pizza Eating Contest, I did enjoy it. It was entertaining, but it kind of dragged a bit, and even though it's a good way to continue their feud and stuff, it's starting to get old. They need to hurry up and do something, but we'll see. But that was another low point of the night. Even though I was still entertained by it, it was a low point of the night. But to end this video on a high note, which No Mercy did end on a high note, overall, No Mercy delivered wrestling wise. Even though the card looking was weak, it delivered without a doubt, and I see no credible or logical reasons why anybody should bash it on that standpoint. I enjoyed No Mercy overall. I would give it from an overall pay-per-view standpoint, I'm not really good at giving pay-per-views overall star ratings, so I'm just going to give it a out of 10 rating. I would have to rate this pay-per-view a strong 7 out of 10, maybe 7.5, something like that. So yeah. And one more note, the Chris Jericho thing. If anybody is mad that Jericho didn't appear, it's all your fault if you're were upset that it didn't happen, because it was not set in stone he would return at No Mercy, and all of the speculation of the video happened by the fans and by the fans only. WWE did not promote Jericho for returning. So if you got disappointed in that, it's your own damn fault, and that's the truth. That's all I gotta say about that. Overall, I enjoyed No Mercy, and it's a well done job by WWE. They deserve credit where credit is due. See you later. Thank you for watching.